Hey guys, today we're going to talk about resilience, which is the amazing ability to bounce back and work through difficult situations, which I think everybody can probably agree that we're in a pretty difficult situation. Have you ever noticed that some people just tend to bounce back from difficult situations better than other people? They have just kind of this inner something or another, this capacity to just get through stuff. That's called resilience, and there's a whole host of studies about how you can get some. When I think of resilience, I think of a certain 7th grade student who was in an accident earlier in the year, and he's kind of somebody who always makes a lot of jokes. From the beginning of the incident till the end, he was like kind of cracking jokes, and his mom was telling me about how when they were in the hospital, he was like kind of cracking jokes like right from the beginning. And I think that student has a lot of resilience. He was able to get through this really stressful situation and come out exactly the way that he went in, which is just full of humor and fun and making everybody around him feel good. Not everybody is kind of naturally like that. So how can we become resilient? I've mentioned mindfulness before, and mindfulness is this ability to be aware of what's going on without judging it, without adding kind of an assessment that it's good, bad, whatever. You're just kind of saying, these are the facts and this is what's going on. And mindfulness is really good because it can help us kind of center down and figure out what's going on and separate out the situation from our reaction, which is very important because sometimes our reactions are not on target. Resilience is probably more accurately seen as a set of skills or traits rather than one individual one. So resilience includes things like self-compassion, self-awareness, perseverance or grit, realistic optimism, and maintaining healthy habits, humor, coping skills, calm thinking, practicing self-care, gratitude, creativity, connection. All of these are skills that taken together build up and strengthen our ability to be resilient in difficult situations. They will help you to feel better regardless of what's going on. Some of the stuff I'm going to be talking about draws pretty heavily from this book that I have, which is called the Resilience Workbook. And I'll put information about it in the comments. Our brains and our bodies learn how to respond in certain conditions, and they respond differently to stressful conditions. There are 3 parts of the brain that relate to this, and anybody who's taken success skills should be able to remember this. We've got the amygdala, which is 2 almond-shaped parts on the side of our head. We've got the hippocampus, which is a C-shaped object right around that part of our brain. And then we've got the PFC, or the prefrontal cortex, which is this part of our brain. The amygdala, which is the security guard part of our brain, is the part of our brain that is responsible for keeping us safe. And it releases a hormone called cortisol whenever we're stressed out or wherever we're in a stressful situation. Then the point of cortisol is to be able to get us out of dangerous situations. But the problem is that if you've been in a lot of stress, or if you are in an extremely traumatizing, stressful situation, that flow of cortisol can kind of become chronic and get into your system and cause issues. So you may need to kind of rewire your brain a little bit to work differently because it may automatically kind of go into a heightened stress state. However, and this is an important however, what you do to take care of your brain makes a major, major difference. Think about it like this. If somebody wants to feel good, do you think they're going to feel better if they lay around the couch all day, eat Cheetos, and watch Netflix? Or if they get up, move around, get some activity, drink some water, and have a salad? Pretty obvious, right? So your choices totally matter, and it really impacts your ability to be resilient in difficult situations. So even if you aren't kind of practicing healthy habits right now, you can start, and those changes are going to make a big difference. So on this journey to learning how to become more resilient, one of the biggest things is making yourself more physically healthy to become more emotionally healthy. Your challenge today is to pick something from the resiliency list and do it. Bonus points if you take pictures to prove that you did it. Those are my tips today for working towards resilience for super spring break / Corona time. Something from the challenge list, the resilience list, do it, take a picture, post it. Check out my Padlet board to find something fun to do with your time. Stay engaged, stay grateful, stay positive, and we'll see you soon. Bye guys.